皆さん、いい腕前ですね。
Straight from here to Mondstadt.
An express line right to the best fish blasting spot?
Oh, okay. Might not be the best idea. You're here in Mondstadt?
Yes. I received an invitation to exchange swordsmanship techniques. But after crossing swords with Miss Eula, it turns out the Knights of Favonius are quite accomplished with the greatsword as well.
You're quite an accomplished swordsman yourself. Although I suppose that's to be
For sure. You don't have to worry about breaking stuff or accidentally hurting anyone nearby.
That's right. There also appear to be automatic harpasta launchers in the area.
Ah, that's one of your local traditions, isn't it? Shall we have ourselves a game, then?
Why not? You should know, though, I'm not easy to beat at this game. Ah, hold on. No muskets allowed.
Oh, why not? Doesn't it still count as hitting the harpastum?
A sword's range is limited, though, so it wouldn't be fair.
Ah, of course. Then you should use a gun as well. Voila.
Fiery woman came to take Lupacol. She backed down, but then said I would do. This sword is here, for now.
Hold on, let Paimon get this straight. Alice was planning to bring Boreas here, but you stopped her. So, she took the illusion of the sword and left you to guard it instead. That would make the trial of Boreas the trial of Razor now.
We fight. I protect Lupacol.
Wow! Looks like Paimon's guess was spot on. Don't worry, Razor. No one's gonna take this sword. It's not even real.
Not real?
Alice's scheming claims another victim, huh? Let's take the photo and get Razor out of here.
Not real. I don't get it.
Huh? None of these flowers look local to Mondstadt. Wait, Emily? Huh, it's been a while.
Hello, you two. Looking to buy some flowers? Yes, I came to Mondstadt to collect a few samples for new scent ideas. Then, this lady who called herself a mage told me she had a bunch of rare plants. All I have to do is manage this flower shop.
Nice! That should help you come up with something new for sure.
If there's one trait they have in common, I think it would be the feeling of summer. I certainly have a lot to research, so I think I'll be here for a while. Did you need anything?
We're looking for things in here that are different from their... Hey, since you like them so much, why don't we ask Nicole if you could preserve them in some way?
Really? That would be amazing. I never knew origami flowers could give off a fragrance. Fascinating.
Hey there, friend. Well, we couldn't just drag Catherine in here, could we? What would the... Not that she ever shows it on the outside, but she's one busy bee, that's for sure. I mean, just think about how much time it must take to travel between all the different nations. Anyway, I heard this whole world was constructed from magic. Incredible stuff. Even the books on this shelf are real. Not a single prop to be found. Huh. I really gotta take a better look around once this gig's done. Not today, I'm afraid. The funds I need haven't transferred in yet. Once I've earned enough more from this trip, I'll open up shop at the usual spot. True, but it doesn't seem like the people who created this place set up anything like that. Hey, why don't I go ask for some, and then we all can have a few? Huh. But could we even take them back into the real world? I'll ask for some Prima Gems later, and then we can all have some.
Weird. Did Mondstadters always raise boars around here?
Found it! Barbara, over here! Coming! Oh, how did this happen? Barbara and I were just grabbing some food at Good Hunter. But then, how do I even put this? The sweet madame and sticky honey roast we ordered came to life.
Sorry, what?
That's right. I managed to catch the sweet madame earlier. Come on, let's wrangle this thing so we can head back and eat. Wait, what? Uh-oh. What is it? More pigeons and forest boars! The rest of our lunch is making a break for it!
So that's where it was. Fiona? What are you doing here? It's my first time seeing these little guys. They're from that land, right? They're so cute. Alice put a version of the cat's tail here and asked me to run it. And you know what? This is the perfect chance to change all the ingredients to super weird stuff. Looks like your campaign is going strong, huh? Of course. The only thing missing is the cats, actually. They seem to prefer the real cat's tail. But that's not a huge surprise. Cats are sensitive about where they live. So, Alice said she would find different staff instead. Aww. Bennett gave me a few pointers on how to get along with them. Hey! Then you should call this place the Saurian's Tail instead. Huh. I think I've seen saurian-shaped cookies somewhere before, too. Maybe I should bake some to sell around here. about stuff.
You've noticed them too? I've been watching them for a long time. Not that I've overheard anything useful. Guess it's just my luck.
Well, actually, they seem to get information a bit slower than the Knights of Favonius.
Have you guys ever wondered why they don't just go home?
Maybe their names got skipped over on the mission roster, so...
I suppose, but your experiences tend to be quite unique. It's possible the Fatui stationed them here long-term to keep...
Either way, we should have Nicole take this tent down. It's making Paimon think we're gonna have to fight someone.
I guess you're right. We don't want people getting their hopes up.
How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
Oh, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Something wrong, Sucrose?
Oh, no. Master Albedo has always been careful with our costs. Take this, for example. According to the mages, it was meant to be placed in the city. Luckily, I found it.
Well, all that matters is that you found it in the end, right?
Great. Thank you so much.
A tent tortoise? That shouldn't be here at all.
Definitely not.
Wow! I've never seen such a large turtle in my life. There was a time, back when I was little, when almost every child in Mondstadt had a turtle as a pet.
Oh, yeah! Jean and Theo mentioned that a long time ago.
I had one too, of course.
Quite the hassle to take care of. Small pets like that always are.
Wait, you had one too?
Is that so strange?
Oh, no, of course not.
I could bring it back to the church and raise it. It can stay behind the cathedral. I'll even build it a pool. Can't be too hard to raise, right? It looks like a tough cookie.
Not happening.
The next thing you know, you'll have an invasive species on your hands. Just tell that mage to put it back where she found it.
Guess that's for the best.
Can't be too hard to raise, right?
Not happening.
Such a succulent fragrance of grapes.
This is awesome.
Whoever lives in here must be a person of means indeed. Even in a storybook world like Simulanka.
Wait, but this is a world inside a story too, isn't it?
My apologies. But the event taking place at Dawn Winery is...
Ah, I see. That's unfortunate.
Oh, it's Noelle!
Oh, hello, you two. Well, Miss Alice thought things might get complicated around...
So she flattered her way into dumping a bunch of work on you?
Oh, no. Mr. DeLuke was there, too. He said he would appreciate some help guiding the tour groups.
Tour groups from different worlds? Oh, right! The Golden Apple Archipelago, the Valurian Mirage, Simulanka. The gang's all here!
Oh, it's all right. I'm happy to help. Please head this way, everyone, and we'll get the tour started.
Greetings. My name is Ask Me for Directions Arnold, and I am searching for the whereabouts of a certain lovely lady.
I heard this thing was terribly ineffective when first invented.
But for some reason, it gained traction among adventurers
True, it takes time. It beats having to do it yourself.
But there are so many crystal flies around here.
It's a bit far, though. Does that count as trespassing on private property, I wonder?
I suppose it hardly matters.
The times they are a-changin'.
So it would seem.
What are they mumbling about?
The times they are a-changin'.
So it would seem.
Another tent? Huh. This one's kinda nostalgic too.
It's here because I refused to let that mage use my house as her playground. But we still needed an additional rest area for the guests, so we set up this tent instead.
Huh. Looks like we can use this device to keep in touch with the mages or get some hints. Kind of like we were able to do back then, remember?
Now that you mention it, the arrangement is almost identical.
Nights on vacation, summer, the sea, and a small little wave rider. It's all taking me back.
However, You're forgetting about the part where we were stranded on a deserted island and couldn't even make it across the water.
Oh, I remember. At least I wasn't dead weight in that situation.
Fun times, huh? So, the mages prepared this stuff then. Guess we should take a picture and go check in with them.
Be my guest.
You know, the expedition in Nodcry is coming to an end. Not that I'm extending an invitation. I'm just mentioning the possibility. That's our honorary knight. No matter the mission, you always have a place among our ranks.
Come talk to me when you do have an official invitation, then. I have other things to do in the meantime. The intel I have on hand is pulling me in 100 different directions, but unfortunately, time off isn't one of them.
That's a shame. I take vacation whenever I can get it, and it's still never enough.
For once,
Perhaps I should go on a daily safari.
Stay back! Okay!
Time for takeoff.
Light it up!
That's gonna leave
Up the ante! A turning point in space!
Wouldn't gliding be fast? Think you can get away? Here we go!
Pyroclastic surge! Maria sweeping in! Burn!
Here.
Charge! The story has only just begun! Leave it!
Time for takeoff. Let's play!
Wrap from the sky! Rev the engines! Burn! A turning point in space!
Think you can get away? Here we go!
Burn it down! Burn! Maria sweeping in! A turning point in space!
Time for takeoff. Yahoo!
Light it up! Pyroclastic surge!
Got a bit too cocky.
Decay!
Rise with the...
Start the clock! Justice will prevail! Drop your weapon! You ought to stand down! Hero incoming! Oof. Hero incoming! Yeah! Headbutt!
Wrath from the skies! Full throttle!
On my mark! Hands where I can see them! Final charge! Smash down! Oof! Maximum power! Hero incoming!
Burn it down! Pyroclastic surge!
Controlled breathing. Let's... You asked for it! Snow break! Yeah! Running late again.
Light it up!
Start the clock! Faster! Justice will prevail! Ultimate flying kick! Hero incoming! Oof! Kapow! Charge! Hero incoming!
Light up the blazing sun!
On my mark! Control! Hands where I can see them! Height! Yeah! Headbutt! Hero incoming!
Wrath from the skies!
Faster! Stronger! Let's... Justice will prevail! Oof! Hero incoming! Yeah!
Rise with the sun!
On my mark! Quick as a flash! You asked for it! One fell swoop! Charge! Charge! It's justice o'clock! Yeah!
Light compels you! Of the light!
Lofty wisdom will show us the way!
Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song! A new moon rises.
Divine light, shield them! Smite the dust!
Three moons converge.
Be gone, shadow of darkness! Target acquired.
Time to shine! Strike a pop!
Be cleansed!
shower me with praise. Let the world come alive. Lofty wisdom will show us the way. Like the dust. A new moon rises. Flame.
Behold the dawn of the light.
Strike a pose. Time to shine.
Divine light, shield them! Remain steadfast. Be cleansed.
A moonlit night for all.
Light compels you. You got this.
Yoo-hoo! Lofty wisdom will show us the way. Three moons converge. Flame.
Behold the dawn of the light.
Let the world come alive.
The sky's clear, the glazed moon shines! Be cleansed.
Shadow of darkness, you got this!
Strike a pose. Let my name echo in. You two. Time to end them. Witness the power of Gugwa. Know my sword. Dip, dip. Power. Ha, ha. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive. Suffer the wrath of Eastly. Fulfill our path. Let me weave you a verse. Rain. Fearless. Into the void. Strike a pose! Time to shine! Eat Laline! Eat Papa! Get him! Get to work! Know my sword! Rain Cutter! Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive! You two! Time to end them! Show no mercy! Let me weave you a verse. Rain outlines your... Ha, ha. Witness the power of the rock. Right.
Mine to wield.
Let my name echo in song! Suffer the wrath of Easley! Get to work!
Annihilate. Mine to wield.
Burn it down! Eat Lolene! Eat Papa! Get him! Show no mercy!
A new moon rises.
Hold on to your hats.
Bullseye! Locked on! Locked on! Bullseye! Open fire! Pyroclastic surge! Incinerate! Take me up! Locked on! Open fire!
Knock him down.
Let's fly. Locked on. Pyroclastic surge. Get to work. Take me up.
The long sleep beckons. Observe. Close your eyes. To dust. Be silent. Do you fear the dark?
Green moons converge. Look, a rainbow! Out of my way! Get with me!
Observe. Be silent. Beware the creatures of the night. Close your eyes. Be silent. Night falls.
Ding dong, water bomb! Dissipate! A new moon rises. Surge.
Night falls.
I'll settle this.
Hello there, Honorary Knight and the Helper in White.
It's so nice to meet you, Honorary Knight and Lady Paimon. Glenfiddia, at your service.
Looks like you're in a good mood, Hertha. And nice to meet you, Glenfiddia. By the looks of things.
Indeed. Thanks to some help from the angels, besides all the classics, we all—
Cocktails? Do you remember that time we served as bartenders at the Angel Share?
The only thing is, but I need to get back to handling resident requests. Honorary Knight, if you're free.
You'll be amply compensated, of course, plus double pay for overtime.
Paimon's not sure what performance meant as the best guide into that.
Working with you two is always such a breeze.
I'll do my best to support Lady Paimon in any way I can.
All right. Well, if you're ready to, then...
Oh my, it looks like Hertha has gone back to her duties, and Glenfiddia is away somewhere too. Wonderful. Now I can order without worrying about ending up with one of the logistics company's specials. That's right, I'm just a carefree librarian now. If only there weren't so many people with overdue books, and I didn't have to go door to door to get them back. Let me think. And if it could help me nod off to sleep.
Here's a snow-kissed dawn. I hope you like it.
It's delicious, cutie. Pleasantly tart, sweet, but not cloying, smooth on the palate, with a refreshing aftertaste. If anything, though, I seem to be feeling a little more energetic than I'd like. Perhaps you've unwittingly unraveled Glenfiddia's secret and concocted an even more effective— Don't worry, there's no rush. Your eyes are aglow with curiosity, as though you have many more questions to ask. Let's chat for a while. Since you're asking, it's been a bit of an unusual day. There's a chef, fresh out of training in Fontaine, who's recently taken up a position at the Goth Grand Hotel. Apparently, she plans to use dessert-making techniques to improve the taste of various savory dishes. Indeed. And judging by the results, she rather overdid it with the caramel sauce. Caramel sauce is such a fantastic ingredient. Improving food, I suppose, isn't always about being as creative. Oh, this? That was for another of today's little errands. A large contingent. Jean asked me to visit some of their families to try and get a better well, they've all devoted their blood, sweat, and based on what I gathered, the most requested ingredient was cacahuatl from Natlan. In their letters, many of them mention that they rely on cocoa to keep... Surely you're not suggesting I'd take this opportunity to sneak off on a little... My investigations into Mondstadt's lesser-known drinks took me to Dawn Winery. On my way back, I ran into Emmetall out on patrol. She'd encountered some monsters. I accompanied her on a detour to Wolvendom to teach some raving hounds a lesson. Lately? So careful with your wording, cutie. Is that because you think that I, too, might have changed since we last met? Not bad at all. A flawless answer. Back in my student days, I might have been drawn to every nuance. To paraphrase a certain LI꽤 legal expert, my life is fast approaching a state of living out. I'm sure you remember, a few years ago, when we were adventuring together. Well, my tastes haven't changed a bit since then. As expected, cutie, your brilliant mind has grown even sharper.
Finished. A new creation, custom made for you. This should help you fall asleep quickly and guarantee you peaceful dreams. It's called a slumbering rose.
From the colors to the choice of glass, everything's been carefully crafted. Based purely on appearance, it's exactly my style. Time to see how it tastes. Full marks. It's like savoring an exquisite dessert before taking a stroll along the shore of Cider Lake. I no longer feel drained of energy, but I'm actually starting to feel a little sleepy. As a bedtime drink, this is so good, in fact, that I feel like writing an article to extol the virtues of this slumbering rose. Speaking of lakeside strolls, why don't you join me next time there's a clear, warm day? Any walk would be more relaxing with you to talk to. Then, when we get back, you could fix me up another glass of slumbering rose. And I'll make just as sure to hold you to that. When the time comes, I won't...
Good afternoon, traveler. I didn't expect the honor of witnessing your harmonizing both, actually. A lady calling herself a mage asked me to come manage her flower shop. At about the same time, the cat's tail commissioned me to create a new fragrance for their ending today's busy schedule with a drink crafted by you in person is truly a wonderful reward. I have faith in your choice.
Care to give this a try, Miss Emily?
Your artistry is truly a pleasure to watch. This tastes like a local variant of a Lumideuse Twilight. Am I right? The gentle and elegant taste, with its distinct layers combined with a hint of Mondstadt's characteristic scent, offers quite a welcoming flavor. Though in reality, there's no need for you to be so conservative. Your drink was nice, but it would be perfect if you could make one with a little more depth. If you need time to mull things over, perhaps you might find inspiration in a little light conversation? Oh, thank you for asking. It's been going well, though when I first got here, I was relying on a copy of An Overview of Aromat. To my surprise, my trial fragrance, which used Valberry as the primary note. Let's just say that sweetness isn't always a case of the more the merrier, even in daily life. In the end, I completely eliminated Valberry as an It really is. A while earlier, I watched a whole run of fair weather clouds. In such conditions, one's sense of smell is heightened. When scents are blended well, they naturally combine with the ambient context. It seems something simple when mixed properly. All the ingredients work as one to create a most... Yes, that's it. They're part of my reward from the flower shop owner. Important ingredients for making perfumes. I studied Mondstadt's Cecilia flowers many years ago. However, this is a special case. Windwheel aster. The various parts of the windwheel aster plant can be ground into... I just took it for a little trial run at the cat's tail. And extracting exquisite fragrances from ordinary overlooked ingredients? Oh. Usually, after work, my friends from the Maison Gardiennage sometimes treat me to a few drinks. If it's before a holiday, there was an officer named TRÄN who used to treat me to aged Corte wine. In the world of science, high-proof alcohol is a widely used solvent. Besides, when I'm slightly tipsy, so I don't mind drinks with just a little bit of... Just from our brief chat, you've already formulated a new concoction. Perhaps you possess a natural talent for this kind of creative work.
Here you go. A new and improved Emily-inspired Lumidouce Twilight. I haven't come up with a name for it yet.
The colors are cooler and more refreshing, and the fragrance is delightfully subtle to match. Are these bright specks on the surface the crushed petals and leaves of windwheel asters? I'm sure it must taste wonderful. Let me try. Your cocktail not only Therefore, I suggest you call this drink Windborn Bouquet. The winds and clouds of Mondstadt. Really? Now it's time to slowly savor this masterpiece. Thank you so much. This trip to Mondstadt has been so rewarding. This is the most memorable cocktail I've ever had. Once I get back to Fontaine, I will attempt to recreate this moment as both a fragrance and a perfume. Once I've perfected the recipes. Until then, I look forward to seeing you in the court of Fontaine.
So you're looking after the drink stand now. If I'd known sooner...
I've got to say, I'm getting curious. I've heard a lot about your mixology skills. I wonder what kinds of drinks you can mix with the ingredients Glenfiddia has prepared. I don't have much of a choice. It's just one thing after another right now. First off, the Knights of Favonius annual combat assessment is coming up. And this year, the standards are higher than ever. As the captain, I've been intensifying my training lately. Being a descendant of sinners means I have to work hard to maintain my position. I'll have you know I've never once neglected my duties. Anyway, on top of all that, my duel with Miss Clorand required a lot of focus and learning how to turn defense into attack and seize the initiative when facing a combined assault from sword and musket. Even now, I'm still chewing through the details. But in the end, the exchange went well, and both parties learned a great deal. Never mind writing reports from 6 different perspectives. I feel like there's enough worth mentioning to write 24 of the things. Oh, I sure could. Anything that'll perk me up would be welcome.
One twinkling starlight for Captain Eula. Hope you like it.
Judging by your confident tone, I'm certain I will. Huh. Not bad. Sweet and tingly. I suddenly feel full of vim and vigor. But just one glass doesn't quite scratch the itch. How about something with a bit more bite? Don't hold back. You don't need to worry about putting me on the floor with nothing but a couple of drinks. Works for me. The first company hasn't assigned me any paperwork for tonight. Yes, I have. For a while, the situation there was difficult. To make matters worse, several veteran knights who had been stationed at Dorman Port were transferred to my squad. Leading them on this mission was quite eventful. It took 3 weeks of stealth operations in the snow. Those veteran knights faced the bitter cold and were almost taken down by the enemy's smuggled battle mechs. Me? I'm completely fine. But thank you for your concern. It was mentally tiring for sure. But fortunately, the operation wore them down far more than it did me. If any new recruits try to make my life difficult, I'll just have my veterans give them a few friendly pointers. I guess you could call them a permanent solution, huh? That's right. The merchant I got it from called it Romaritime Flower Fruit Extract. Oh, it's a necessary courtesy. In that book Miss Magistus lent me, The Blade Dancer, 20 years on, it says, after a duel, a Fontanian swordsman will politely invite their defeated opponents to properly play host to Miss Clorand. I searched for quite some time to locate a rare goods merchant in Dorman Port who I had my doubts at first too, but Amber said something that makes a lot of sense. She said that even if this custom doesn't really exist, Besides, who doesn't like trying new things, right? When I gave it to her at our post-training banquet, Miss Clorand really did enjoy this juice. If you want to know what I've been eating recently, they launched a diet improvement initiative. And in the past, we only had dry rations. Now we just need to bring our standard field rations, comprising of 5 cans and 9 paper packages. The problem is, in order to meet preservation standards, they have to make their military-grade meals way too salty. The vice captain of the 5th Company, who has a somewhat dry sense of humor. In any case, after eating it for a week, you can hardly blame the logistics company. Of course, having fresh meals prepared in camp. Oh my. To be honest, before we crossed swords, Miss Clorand's combat style comes from the mysterious Marechaussee hunters. In the library, there are some old Fontanian newspapers from hundreds of years ago that give. A more recent newspaper claimed that Miss Clorand was an orphan from an underwater kingdom, and that before battle she would perform rituals inviting spirits to possess her sword. Certainly, from my own experiences, Miss Clorand's abilities more than match those descriptions. Incorporating elements of swordsmanship into a drink? Huh. Certainly a creative idea, I'll give you that. A commemorative cocktail at a time like this sounds nice, but... That definitely matches the description I read in that book. That's right. You really know your stuff. I doubt there's anyone else in all of Teyvat who could come up with such a perfect metaphor. There's no need to make it sound so fancy. It's just an aristocratic variant of Favonius bladework, with a bit of personal flair. Firewater. In recent years, firewater's gained popularity the world over. You really are good. Why don't we try replacing the fruit wine with firewater? As for the alcohol content, that's not a problem. Plenty of the expedition team may have drunk themselves senseless with firewater. But me, I'm full of confidence. Brilliant! I'm looking forward to seeing how you do.
Here's your all-new Seafoam Sword Song, mixed to meet your personal preferences.
Oh my, what beautiful colors. And you even added my romaritime flower fruit extract. The aroma is perfect, and I can smell the alcohol, but it doesn't stifle the fruity fragrance. Let's see how it tastes. Give me a moment to come up with the right words. I need to think carefully. I know it's unbecoming of a lady, and a proper connoisseur would savor their drinks slowly. But I'm sorry, this is just too good to be true. Can you mix me another? Ah. Oh, no, what was I going to say? I've completely lost my train of thought. Whatever. I feel fantastic. This cocktail, oh, it's the best I've ever had. I think I'm gonna head home and get some sleep. Don't worry about me. This is the happiest tipsy I've been in years. I'm still far from being drunk. By the time I've written up those reports for my exchange with Miss Clorand, I'll have been on duty for 3 months straight. Jean, the acting grandmaster. Isn't it about time she gave me some time off? I won't be forgetting this injustice in a hurry. You mark my words.
Suspicion confirmed. While patrolling the area, I was sure I'd sensed a familiar presence, so I came over to take a look. If Miss Charlotte were to see you like this, I'm guessing she'd take 100 pictures and write up a report. Sword-wielding traveler's secret side hustle. Exclusive cocktails from Tevat's Explorer Extraordinaire. You'd make the front pages of every major newspaper. And there'd be crowds of Fontanian tourists flocking to your drink stand, causing... Luckily for you, I turned down Miss Charlotte's request to accompany me here. And on that note, I'd like a caramel blaze. That look on your face tells me you have a lot of questions you want to ask. Calm and effortless. I'm shocked to learn you're a real pro at this sort of...
your caramel blaze is ready. Try not to drink it all in one go.
Huh. It sure lives up to its name. The color reminds me of a raging fire, while that aroma... It's quite strong. I'm all right. I just need a little time to get used to it. As I recall, the last time I drank alcohol was at a wine tasting event that Navia invited me to last year. I only had a small sip of Sassica wine, and it was nowhere near as strong as this concoction of yours. From a purely rational perspective, but when Miss Farina saw me off at the docks... In fact, Captain Eula, whom I sparred with earlier, has quite the refined taste for She even gifted me a bottle of Romaritime flower fruit extract. Out of the utmost respect for her skills, I feel compelled to deepen my knowledge of Mondstadt's wines. I truly appreciate all the trouble you're going to. I've seen a little. I took a stroll. Navia's done some rather extensive research on this place. Many of the scenes and illustrations for the tabletop troupe were inspired by views of Mondstadt. However, the way she describes the atmosphere in her world building is quite different from the real Mondstadt. The deepest impression I've got since arriving here is one of swords and shields. Perhaps because I've mostly just visited the blacksmith and the training ground. Recently, the newer weapons and armor produced in Mondstadt have been created using a completely different heat treatment process from those in Fontaine, with a higher carbon content in the surface layer. While this has slightly reduced their overall toughness, their impact resistance has greatly improved. These newer weapons give off a smell like overbrewed coffee. Perhaps it's because that scent gave me such a positive first impression. Over time, the faint fragrance becomes overly sweet. Of course, there is a solution to this problem. The next time you find yourself in, if you also dislike being... Huh? Does that mean she's already finished her commission? Once I return to Fontaine, perhaps I can let CİNH know that I'd be... I'm not sure I'd say that. On my way to Mondstadt, we happened to take the same boat. I've often heard CİNH praise her work. She's gentle and composed, yet keeps others at a distance. Perhaps it's due to her profession. Oh, thank you, but there's really no need to set anything up. Best to just let things take their natural course. Indeed it is. The knights codenamed Hazelnut 3 and Hazelnut 5 gave me this crest. They told me the design has only just been finalized. Apparently it's only presented to important guests. They said they're You're not wrong. I guess it's similar to how I can't remember the name of every clerk in the Palais Mermonia, but I'm certain you'll get to know them in time. After handling my affairs, they headed to the tavern for a gathering. Say, drinking barrels of beer the night before, yet being able to work with clear minds the next day. So what you're saying is, while Mondstadters may seem carefree, they actually have an admirable ability to know their limits when it comes to drinking. Since I eat a lot of meat, the slight acidity of the juice helps after the swordsmanship exchange. I had 8 different... Of course, there was still room for improvement. I've certainly tried all the red meat dishes. I think I've had enough calories to sustain 3 days of vigorous work. To be honest, I can still taste the grease. Are you already planning the details of our hypothetical get-together? Based on my previous experiences with alcohol, so when the time comes, I think you'd be best off mixing similar drinks for the... All right, I'll make sure I'm mentally prepared. Even if it's still a bit strong, I'll do my best to finish it.
All right, this new creation is called Leisure Time Lightning, a cocktail made exclusively for champion duelists. Enjoy!
Have you added fruit wine? It tastes wonderful. This is ideal for me. There's a subtle saltiness that combines. The color of the wine also fits well with the name. And the lightning imagery contrasts with... But where does the leisure time part come in? I see. That certainly matches the impression this cocktail gives me. Its unique aroma and taste will hold a special place in my memories of Mondstadt. Do you think, if the chance were to present itself, you'd be interested in mixing drinks somewhere else? A cafe, for instance. Or mostly for Navia and Miss Farina's sake. Though obviously I'd be more than happy to try more of your masterpieces myself. I understand. I won't try to strong-arm you. Thanks to you, whether I'm summarizing the key lessons from my exchange with Miss Eula, or discussing strategy with the Knights of Favonius.
Huh? Is that Miss Honorary Knight? Yippee! It's... Auntie Eula told Klee that Miss Hertha had found someone amazing to help out. Seeing you here, Miss Honorary Knight, Klee knows this must be the best drink stand in all of Teyvat. You mean this stand isn't already the best? Well, out of all the drink stands Klee's ever visited, Miss Honorary Knight's is easily the best. And no matter what drinks Miss Honorary Knight makes, Klee will definitely think they're yummy. Oh, you want me to be mean? Let me think. I know! I'll pretend to be Albedo! Whenever Albedo reviews Timaeus' work, his face goes super serious. And get ready for Klee's super amazing order! These past few days, I've been having such a blast with Mom all day long! It's been so much fun! Even being sent to solitary confinement couldn't wipe the smile off my face. So, Clee wants to order a fair weather frolic. Anything like a bright sunny day will definitely put Clee in a super duper mood. I wonder what it'll taste like.
Your fair weather frolic is here. Go on, give it a try.
Wow! So, a fair weather frolic is this color? Purple sky. Is it supposed to be a bright, shiny night? Clee will take a sip first. Ah, finished. Yummy! Both sweet and sour. If Clee drank this while eating grilled fish, heck, but one drink isn't enough. Clee wants to try a drink that tastes like cake. Clee doesn't know what drink to choose. 3 square meals? Adventuring takes a lot of energy. And if Albedo used to prepare all Clee's meals, and my lunchbox was always arranged so when Albedo's busy at Dragonspine, Kaya's camp is usually the neatest, while Amber sometimes camps in the trees. It's when my mom comes back, there'll be even more yummy food to eat. There's this one dish where she takes loads of different fish. Her Chococo Crunchy slices are fantastic too. Whenever I eat them, I feel so full of energy. Yeah, when Clee gets back home, I'm gonna eat some salted nuts while Clee used to eat cake. So Mom got some advice from Auntie Barbie, and now nuts don't have much flavor. This stuff? Mom taught me how to make it using the alchemy bench. A dash of sugar, then a lot more sugar. Put everything together on the alchemy table, wish for the shape you want, then recite Mom's incantation, and poof! Dodoko-shaped candy! Clee can give you some Dodoko candy too if you want. That way, you could make your own candy whenever you want. If you get stuck, remember to come ask Clee. Yeah, Mom gave me an amazing book recently. She said that book taught Clee how to make something called propellant. Now Jumping Dumpty can go, Fwah! It's not hard at all. Bedtime's in him. She has a lamp made of gemstones, and when she turns it on, it goes, yeah. Sometimes, as soon as Clee learns how to use the lamp, I can come tell you stories, Miss. Clee has memorized so many wonderful stories. Enough to make everyone happy every day. still wants to eat sweet things. Like, oh, right! That friend of Mom's who's always wearing glasses gave her a big bag of Fontanian Buell fruit. They're so round, and Klee ate a whole bunch of those. And so if Klee... Yeah, that was quick. Klee's looking forward to finding out how tasty.
Ta-da! It's done. I just know you're gonna love this new creation.
Wow! There's Dodoko candy on top! There's so much orange in this cup. And Dodoko looks like he's lying on top of white fluffy clouds. And the weather inside looks much better, too. Yummy! It's so delicious! Klee has to drink slowly. Miss Honorary Knight, this is amazing! It's like you mixed sunshine with juice! Klee was so tired from playing, but now I feel... You're the best, Miss Honorary Knight. Really? Let me think. When the weather's nice and Dodoko's happy, Dodoko will want to sing, right? And when Dodoko sings, Klee wants to sing too. So, let's call it Dodoko's Duet. Thank you! And thanks for making such a yummy drink for... Klee's gonna go tell Mom that the best drink in Mondstadt right now is Dodoko's Duet. Klee's gonna write down Mom's then. You should learn magic too. So you... See you next time!
So Hertha's even roped our honorary knight into helping with this little venture. Now that I'm finally free to relax, it's time to start doing just that. Can't wait to see your skills in action. Give me something that goes well with casual conversation, but still packs a punch. Of course they don't clash. A drink that packs a punch means you have to drink it slowly. And if the most suitable choice on this menu would be the Thorny Lake. It's not enough to know the recipe, though. The key is in the mixing. That's the spirit. Now, show me what you've got.
Grandmaster, I hereby present you with this thorny lake for your enjoyment and assessment.
Well, the color and aroma are certainly on point. But as for the balance of flavors, I'll just have to taste it and find out. Not bad. You haven't overdone or skipped on any single ingredient. Though perhaps I should have said modest. You followed the formula to a T, but were you worried that deviating just a little might disappoint me? Hey, we fought side by side and dealt with things that even gods were loath to meddle with. Ours is a friendship forged in the margins between life and death. That said, if you ask me, you can ditch the nerves and work your mixologist magic. I'm looking for something that shocks the senses. Mull it over, there's no rush. We can chat while you think. It's a treasured place that the Knights of Favonius have maintained for years. I heard that while the expedition was underway, you were a great help in giving... Sometimes, I look through the photos I've been given from those events. My conclusion is that Mondstadt needs to do more to popularize the camera. Pretty awesome, huh? It's like a hammerhead that you can fill with wine when you're not using it to pound in nails. It was a gift. Hoffman came up with the idea, Charles supplied the design, Wagner helped cast it. And they've been waiting to have a good drink with me. And this is my crucial weapon to aid me in a fair duel with them all. I'm the Grand Master, after all. So it's only fair to my subordinates that I drink a teensy bit more per round. Of course, some of them have been training as long as I have. Take Hazelnut 3 and Hazelnut 5, for example. Both were skilled warriors who helped me deal with Eric back in the day. Nowadays, I have them helping Jean with miscellaneous duties. At today's after-work cooldown, they insisted on trying to keep pace. In the end, they lost our game of darts and ended up passed out on the floor. I've already told Jean that I won't be approving their leave request for tomorrow, no matter what. I like your style. Speaking of this garden, it brings back memories of something that happened when I was young. I like to find ruined guards to test my fighting skills, both armed and unarmed. Once, I failed to take down a stray missile, and it ended up destroying a watchtower on the city wall. As punishment, I had to run 50 laps around the city, repair the watchtower, and help rebuild the shattered walls in this garden. Indeed, among the misadventures of my youth, this is one of the most... He took 2 bottles of 100-year-old wine and sent D-Luke, who looked even younger than Mika does today, to work out a clever way to get rid of Faru, who was guarding me. It was so hot that day, I could swear I was about to pass out. On a whim, I picked some mint leaves, put them in one of the wine bottles, and the result turned out to be surprisingly tasty. After Krepis tried it too, his customers loved it. Several summers passed, and yes, good old Krepis. Faru retired years ago, but he still gives me a stern... He's a stubborn one. When I get the chance, I'll have Kaya show him the... Well, let me think. I guess you could say it lacks impact. Even when following the same recipe, sometimes deliberately creating layers between spirits can bring out the In this regard, too, you've taken quite a tentative approach. Why not be... Ha ha ha. If I were in charge of organizing events, for example, we could go all in on this drink stand and open it to the whole city, with every company of the Knights selecting 1 or more mixologists to compete against each other. It's only a thought. Can't let things get too out of hand. If I were to actually throw a grand bank, while in Nodcry, We had a rule that knights must never get drunk while at their... Exactly. As expedition members return to their companies, my hope is that this rule will gradually spread to everyone in Mondstadt, just like firewater and Smedina. These Nodcry delicacies have made their way into Mondstadt's households, and young people need to learn restraint. At the end of the day, no one should be biting off more than they can unless it's someone near my level, they shouldn't even be thinking about enjoying a light. You should come practice with me on weekend. Huh? Oh, feel free. Whatever you're about to do, I've got a feeling I've hit the jackpot.
Here you go, Grandmaster. A cocktail just for you. I guarantee you won't find this one too polite.
Such a spirited drink. How did you make this? Well, that burning scent of firewater. Oh, it's as if the very air were about to ignite. This is more like it. Perfection. It's clear that once you let go of your inhibitions, your talents really shine through. That first hint of mint is like a cooling feint that masks the firewater underneath. By the time the sweetness dissipates, the firewater has already slipped in behind your guard, ready to deliver a powerful strike of intense flavor. Oh, I think that's the most ingenious part. Firewater's greatest flaw is a lack of aftertaste, but the Smedina perfectly maintains the flavor at the peak of its intensity. It's hard to imagine something this good was created by a mixologist who doesn't even drink firewater. I think it has the potential to become a firm favorite in Mondstadt and Nodcry. Iron Wolf. Oh, perfect. It's elegant, yet wild. Only you could come up with such a fitting name. Oh, I have an idea. Why don't we name our Knights of Favonius' drink stand after you? Let's call it the Honorary Knights Cocktail Shack. No time to waste. I'll go have a word with Glenfiddia right away.
Traveler! All wrapped up for the day? Paimon hears you did a great job holding down the fort while she was out delivering drinks with Glenfiddia.
Whatever the reason, the Honorary Knight is clearly one of the most talented mixologists in Mondstadt. Considering how short a time she's been doing this, I believe that someday she has the potential to give the legendary bartender at the Cat's Tail a run for her money.
I fully support your decision, Grandmaster. The Honorary Knight has really put in the hard yards. The drink stand will remain open for a little while longer to
Hooray! Everyone in the Knights of Favonius will get to drink all the delicious...
Nothing short of what I'd expect from a true disciple of Hertha. You've really considered this thoroughly, Glenfiddia.
Also, if I may, Honorary Knight, regarding the special cocktails you've developed, would you mind leaving the recipes with us? We'd like to add them to the official menu.
Paimon feels like there's something you still want to say, based on your personality. That way, customers will know who inspired you to create these amazing drinks!
No problem at all. If you need, I can even have someone draft the paperwork on your behalf to secure you the rights to these new recipes.
I hope when we recruit some new bartenders, they'll be able to learn from your incredible skills. Even if they can't quite match your work, if they could be 2/3 as good, that would still make them industry leaders.